Welcome. This is my vSphere 6 Lab 20. We are doing some miscellaneous VM tasks. So in reality, we're looking at adding things from inventory, removing things from inventory, and being able to make sure that we can manipulate power on options. So first things first, let's go to our host and clusters. I want to delete E732. Okay. So what I can do is I can go down here where it says all. Apparently it doesn't like that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove E732B, remove from inventory. So once we've done that, I'm going to click on my ESXi2. I want to go to my data store. iSCSI2. And you notice I have both A and B here. I'm going to go ahead and expand out B. All my files are here, even though I deleted it. That's because I removed it from inventory, not from the disk. So find the VMX file, right click on it, let's register it. Click on the training. We're going to be re-adding it to ESXi2. And that's it. I wanted to be able to point out how quickly you can add and remove things from inventory. That's a very common one to do, because if you accidentally delete it, as long as you don't delete it from the disk, then you should be good. And if you give it a minute, it should re-register. And there we go. So the next thing is, what happens if we want to access the machine's BIOS? When you try to access a VM's BIOS, it goes by so quick. Well, how do we fix that? So on E732B, I'm going to go to its its settings. We can look in the options tab. We can be looking at the power management options. Nothing there for boot. What about the boot options? We can actually give it a delay. We can have things like its BIOS options. We can have the next startup go actually into BIOS. We can actually change the boot delay. I'm going to add 5,000. That'll be 5 seconds. And yeah, that way, either of these options force BIOS. The next time it restarts, it will go into BIOS, or we can have an actual boot delay of 5 seconds. That way we can have it go into BIOS. I'm going to power on. I'm going to open the console. I'm going to hit F2. So as long as, oh, I was too slow. But as long as you did that, you should be able to get into its BIOS. I don't want to wait, so actually I'm going to go ahead and reset it. And there's my BIOS screen. F10 to save and exit. And that's it. You have two options that you can do to get into the machine's BIOS. This kind of depends on what you want to do. I actually want to go ahead and power this guy off. And that is actually Lab 20 in a nutshell.